Hi hello, welcome to Anime Garage. If you're watching our channel first time, please consider subscribing. Previously, we see Tanjiro wakes up from coma. He travels to Swordsmith Village to get his sword forge. In the opening scene, we see Takedo Muichiro, aka Mist Hashira, asking a kid to hand over the key, but the boy refuses to do so no matter what. Tanjiro is seeing all this, and Takedo slaps the kid and lifts him up. Tanjiro tries to stop Takedo but can't move his hand, even though Takedo looks weak. Takedo hits Tanjiro to move his hand on him. Tanjiro couldn't react to the hit. He calls Tanjiro a weakling. Takedo senses a demon presence in the box Tanjiro is carrying and wants to take a look. Tanjiro seriously warns him not to lay his hands. Tanjiro saves the boy, but that boy is angry at both of them. He doesn't want to give them the key, even though they torture him. Takedo calls the boy stupid for getting tortured for his beliefs. If the doll breaks, they can make another. Wasting a Hashira's time, which is the more worth of some pathetic doll, is waste. Takedo says swordsmiths can't fight, they only good at making swords. Takedo asks one more time for key. Tanjiro slaps Takedo's hand. Tanjiro says swordsmith is an important and vital job. Without their sword, Demon Slayer can't fight. We need each other. Takedo doesn't want to listen Tanjiro boring speech. All these is watching by Haganizuka from behind trees. Takedo knocks Tanjiro unconscious. Tanjiro wakes up and notice Haganizuka presence, but that boy covers it up. Boy gave key to Takedo. The boy explained that it's a mechanical doll. Takedo need that key to move it. It's a special doll used to train. Suddenly a loud sound is heard in the direction of Takedo went. Takedo is fighting with the doll. He's having tough time with it. Boy tells that this doll is made by their ancestors, Yorichi Type 0. It was designed based on actual swordsmen. To replicate his moves they gave 6 arms. Tanjiro asks about the swordsman but that boy doesn't know about it and knows he's from Sengoku period, which is 300 years back. Its technology is amazing, no one can make that now. If it's broken there's no way to fix it. That boy is worried because his father is dead and he doesn't know about that doll more. He can't fix it. Tanjiro is surprised to hear all about doll. Suddenly, a voice tells that he's descendant of sun-breathing technique wielder. It's Takedo Crow. It's proud for Takedo fighting that doll. Tanjiro tells that doll is not using sun-breathing. Crow bites his cheek. Tanjiro remember that he saw in his dream. Crow mocks him for saying such words. Tanjiro is depressed by her words. The boy tells that it might be an inherited memory. Living creatures can pass on their memories. That means he's Tanjiro's ancestor. Then, they introduce themselves. The boy name is Kotetsu. Suddenly Takedo breaks armor of doll. Seeing that Kotetsu runs from there, Tanjiro finds Kotetsu on tree. Tanjiro comforts by saying it's no problem if he can't repair the doll now but one day he can do. Even he can't do it, there will be someone who can do it in future. Tanjiro tells that he want to defeat Muzan Kibutsuji and save his sister. He can't do it right now, but he will do one day. These motivates Kotetsu and goes back to Takedo. Takedo passes by and says he finished training. While training his sword got and replaced it with sword from doll. Seeing that Kotetsu runs for doll. That crow from before is Takedo's crow. Kotetsu checks doll and it's working. Kotetsu determined to train Tanjiro with these doll and teach a lesson to Takedo. Tanjiro has bad feeling about it. They started to train. Tanjiro is dying to fight doll. Kotetsu gives motivation rather to say mocking Tanjiro with harsh words. Tanjiro tries his hard but Kotetsu pushes him more. Even after 5 days Tanjiro can't withstand to doll attacks. To make matter worse Kotetsu places swords in doll hands and ban Tanjiro from eating, and even sleeping. Tanjiro has to survive on rainwater. After days, Tanjiro dreams he crossed river to afterlife and falls into river due to hunger. Bottom of the river he sees a shiny object. Tanjiro grabs it. Coming out of it, Tanjiro can understand doll attacks and lands his first strike. As a reward Kotetsu gives food. Tanjiro is safe. Later Tanjiro continued to train. He slowly understood attack patterns of doll. Tanjiro sees an opening to strike. Going to strike Tanjiro doesn't want to break it. Kotetsu tells Tanjiro to strike even it breaks. Tanjiro evades doll attack and lands on his butts. It hurts. Suddenly the doll breaks and a sword comes out of it. Kotetsu tells it's a sword more than 300 years ago. They are both scared to see it. Kotetsu advised Tanjiro to take that sword. Steel from Sengoku period is best quality and good for Tanjiro. They both argue over these and wants to take a look at it. Tanjiro pulls sword out. It's rusty. They totally disappointed. Tanjiro got hurt. Suddenly Haganizuka comes out with muscular body and tries to take sword from both of them. Haganizuka tosses them but Kanamori tickles Haganizuka from sides which is his weak point. Haganizuka loses consciousness. Kanamori explained that he's training in these mountains in order to forge a sword for Tanjiro. Tanjiro is delighted to hear it. Haganizuka has 0 social skills and others doesn't want to get their swords made by him. Haganizuka wakes up and wants that sword to forge it. Kotetsu mocks him for not saying it in the first place. Haganizuka lifts Kotetsu. Tanjiro and Kanamori tickles him from sides to save Kotetsu. Haganizuka gives another sword for Tanjiro and takes the sword from doll to forge. Later at night, Tanjiro explains what to Ganya while eating. Ganya doesn't like it at all and yells at Tanjiro. He's angry on Tanjiro for breaking his arm and passed, which is at Demon Slayer exam. Tanjiro tells it's his fault with bright face and offers a rice crackers for peace. Ganya doesn't like it and yells at Tanjiro. Tanjiro asks about his front tooth. Ganya doesn't talk about it. Tanjiro shows Ganya tooth he collected at Hot Spring. Ganya yells at Tanjiro, calls him creep and kicks Tanjiro out of his room. Tanjiro tells all these to Nezuko while dressing her hairstyle as same as MS, Kanoji. Meanwhile, we see a swordsmith returning from Hot Spring. He sees a vase in middle of road and goes near it. Suddenly he is pulled inside vase and got eaten. It's Geiku upper 5. He spit swordsmith outside. He doesn't like taste of him. They found swordsmith village. We see Han Tengu upper 4 on roof of house. Meanwhile, Ganya comes to meet his swordsmith and finds his sword. Meanwhile, Tanjiro and Nezuko are sleeping. Takedo closes Tanjiro nose. Tanjiro wakes up. Takedo asks about his swordsmith Kanamori. Tanjiro is surprised. Tanjiro tells that Kanamori is with Haganizuka. Takedo asks why Tanjiro cares for other people. Tanjiro says he believes whatever you do for others comes around to help you. Takedo Muichiro is surprised to hear it. Suddenly Nezuko wakes up and starts to act weird. Takedo calls Nezuko a weird girl and can't describe her. Then Han Tengu comes in from door. Tanjiro is shocked to see him. He couldn't detect him and conform its upper rank demon. Takedo takes his sword out and attacks Han Tengu, but he dodges Takedo attack. Tanjiro attacks Han Tengu. Nezuko transforms into demon form. Nezuko kicks Han Tengu to corner. Takedo cuts Han Tengu head with one slash. Tanjiro remembers when he fought upper 6, they won't die even slashing their heads. Tanjiro warns Takedo don't let his guard down. Han Tengu body grows into different demons from his slashed head and body. Takedo attack one but that demon blows him far from room. Nezuko catches Tanjiro. They're both pleasure and rage. They are Karaku and Sakido. These demons are based on emotions. Sakido attacks with lightning. Tanjiro is about to lose consciousness. He sees Ganya on roof with gun. Ganya fires at Sakido and Karaku, blows their heads off. Tanjiro warns Ganya. The demon turns into 4. One demon catches Tanjiro and takes Tanjiro up. Tanjiro tells Nezuko to help Ganya, but Ganya got stabbed by demon and lifts him high. Tanjiro cuts the demon leg and falls down. Demon leg attached to his leg grows back and attacks Tanjiro. Meanwhile, Takedo runs to save the villagers based on their skills. On his way, Takedo sees Kotetsu being attacked by demon. Takedo remembers Tanjiro words and saves Kotetsu from demon. See you in the next part.